Paramount has made some very dark specials of Peanuts that never made it into television or the internet, and you probably never knew about this. It's about time I tell you the truth. I was one of the people who saw one of the bad ending of Lucy Must Be Traded, Charlie Brown, and I can tell you it was very dark and depressing to watch. It was very different, it wasn't funny at all, unlike many other Peanuts special I have watched. This one barely included any funny jokes on it at all. It was on a serious tone. I didn't see any type of comedy on it. You may be wondering, how did I get to see this episode? Well, I decided to buy some Peanuts VHS tapes on eBay several years ago. Since I was a fan of the Peanuts at the time and I really enjoyed watching the show, one of the sales that caught my attention the most, however, was one that only contained the Peanuts alternative endings in cuts VHS tapes, which could mean that the seller originally worked on the production of the series in some way. I found that actually very cool. But I was wondering if the seller actually got permission from Paramount or Schultz to sell those tapes. However, I didn't think much of that and I eventually forgot about it. So I have decided to buy it since I obviously did not want to lose the opportunity to get rare stuff from Peanuts. Being the only offer, I easily won the auction and agreed the shipment with the seller. A few days after buying it, I finally received the package. I opened it and took a look at the tapes. But one that caught my attention the most was a cover that was titled at the bottom of the title, Bad Ending. I found the title to be pretty odd. I was pretty curious to see what contents this tape contained. So curiously, I played the video. It starts with the previews and new releases, which is normal, and the previews finished with the future presentation night end, and the special starts. The rest of the scenes are normal until it got to the part where Charlie Brown calls Peppermint Patty to trade Snoopy for 5 good players. After the call, Charlie Brown sits down and said in guilt,
"What have I done? I've traded away my own dog. I've become a real manager."
Then it fades to a scene where Charlie Brown is nervous to sign the deal. He was shaking that I can see. It fades to another scene that Charlie Brown said to Snoopy,
"Snoopy, this is a hard thing for me to say. I've traded you to Peppermint Patty for 5 new players. All I ask is a little understanding and some sign from you that you don't hate me."
Snoopy grows at him. Now it fades to Schroeder and Charlie Brown. Schroeder was mad at Charlie Brown for what he had done.
"You did what?"
"Live traded Snoopy to Peppermint Patty for 5 good players. He's the only player she would trade for. Live had to do it."
"But he's your own dog. Does winning the ball game mean that much to you?"
"Although don't know. We've never won a ball game."
Charlie Brown, after what you've traded your dog for 5 good players, you can now consider this friendship over.
At that moment, sad jazz music began to play in the background. Okay, things are starting to get very depressing now. Charlie Brown was shocked. He said,
"What? Over? But Schroeder, we've been in this gang for so long and they don't want things to happen. Please, please, please."
"No, we are never becoming a part of the gang anymore. We're just not compatible now. Goodbye, you blockhead bitch."
He sat up and walks away. Charlie Brown said in a shaky voice, if it was his voice actor was about to cry,
"Goodbye, good piano player."
Charlie Brown then puts his face on the piano, crying as he screams Schroeder's name. He then screams.
Why? Why do I to deserve this, God? Why?
Now it fades to Linus and Charlie Brown. I even realized that the sky was dark gray. If it was about to storm, Linus was also angry at Charlie Brown for what he had done. He asked in disappointment,
You traded your own dog. I am so disappointed in you, Charlie Brown, that I don't want to even talk to you. Charlie Brown, after what you traded your dog for 5 players, I'm ending this friendship. Goodbye, you little bitch.
Charlie Brown becomes more sad than before, starts to cry uncontrollably, screaming.
No, not Linus. Why? 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 Why?
And then a lightning flashed and it starts to rain. As Charlie Brown runs away crying loudly, the screen then fades to black, and the sad jazz music faded out. I found this special to be very depressing. It wasn't like any other special of Peanuts I've seen. This one was actually on a serious tone. There weren't any jokes here or there. This one was well written and did a great job on being a sad special. I really wanted to see what would happen in the end. It fades to a new scene. Charlie Brown rips the paper saying the following line.
Look, Snoopy, I'm tearing up the contract. I'm going to tell Peppermint Patty that the deal is off.
Now in the original version, Snoopy is happy, meaning that he is back with his owner, and Peppermint Patty came here and was shocked when he sees a paper torn apart. But on this tape, instead of Snoopy being happy that he's back, Snoopy then becomes shocked when he sees Charlie Brown. He immediately runs away from him as Charlie Brown chased him, screaming,
Snoopy, come back! Snoopy, the deal is over! The deal is over!
Charlie Brown then stops chasing Snoopy. He screams,
I thought we were friends. Why, Snoopy? Why?
Charlie Brown then returns to his home. Crying even harder, he says,
How did Snoopy know what I did? Why does everyone hate me now?
Charlie Brown then receives a call from Peppermint Patty, who told him to come to their house and stay there for a long while because they wanted to punish him, but also talk to him first. Charlie Brown lies, saying he's going to come there at that moment. He then runs to his bedroom, crying. He looks at the window with a depressing look on his face. He says,
I can't believe it. I just can't. I lost all of my friends because I traded Snoopy for 5 good players. Snoopy was my best friend. We did so much stuff together, such as celebrating Christmas and more. And now, this is now ended thanks to my baseball tradings, and I have no best friend left. Why do I have to lose everything in life? Why? That's it. I've had enough of this horrible life. Now it's time to do what's necessary.
Charlie Brown then hears Lucy calling his name. Charlie Brown turns around with an angry look on his face. He asks what Lucy wanted. Lucy tells him to stop acting suicidal and accept the fact that what he did was wrong, and that he needed to pay the consequences. Charlie Brown tells Lucy that he does not understand what he's going through. Lucy says that he knows exactly what he's going through. He said that he knew everything that occurred that day, but Charlie Brown asks what Lucy was doing in his house. Charlie Brown thought that Lucy hated him and would leave him be. Lucy says he normally would, but he admitted he didn't like to see a guy like Charlie Brown with depression and suicidal thoughts, so he wanted to help. Charlie Brown tells Lucy to shut his mouth as he got a solution to his problem, which is suicide. Lucy becomes shocked and tries to stop him, but Charlie Brown quickly runs outside. which was still raining at the moment. This time, the raining was a lot stronger. There were really strong winds outside and there are a lot of lightning and thunder. Lucy chased Charlie Brown as fast as he could, calling his name, but when he reaches him, he was at the sidewalk at the city. Lucy tells Charlie Brown to stop, and that suicide was not the solution to his problem. Charlie Brown disagrees and says,
I don't have anything to do in my life now, Lucy. I did something wrong, traded Snoopy for 5 players. No one likes me anymore, and now, what do you expect me to do? Kill myself. I don't want to live this new life of mine anymore, Lucy. I just want to.
Lucy runs after Charlie Brown to grab him before he jaywalks, but it was already too late. The strong winds made Charlie Brown get pushed on the side of the road before he even steps on the road. Lucy screamed loudly,
Charlie Brown, no!
right before he gets hit by a car. The screen glitched for 27 seconds, with loud distortion, static sounds playing on the background. When the distortion started, you could faintly hear a car skid and then crash, blood splattering and a disgusting crack, which sounded like Charlie Brown's bones breaking. Before the glitching stopped, a message appeared on the screen for a split second saying, I have found peace. The glitching then finally stopped. A message faded on the screen and stayed there for 5 seconds, saying the following, suicide is not an answer, it's destruction. The credit showed up and the tape then ended. I was really shocked at how incredibly depressing this special was. I actually broke down in tears at the end. I never thought a Peanuts special like this was produced, but now I know that it was. I am glad they didn't put this on the air, but really, they could have made the ending for this special more light-hearted. But no, they didn't. I thought that the executives decided to remove the bad ending, as they felt that what had been produced was too dark for young viewers. I just wish I could contact the seller for more information about the special, but the eBay page for the tapes was already gone since I bought it. Another thing I noticed is that the closing credits included a bunch of random people that were not credited on the previous specials. Only a small amount of these people were actually credited in the Peanuts special. But my question is, who are those people? Not to mention that many of these didn't appear on the credits of many of the later episodes, meaning that they could have possibly been fired after working on such a dark episode. I don't think my question will ever be answered.